Hey guys! Earlier this month, I asked my executive producers at Patreon.com to vote on a rather strange assortment of movies for me to review, and here is what won out. The Phoenix and the Carpet. According to IMDb, this movie is actually a miniseries lasting 6 episodes. But if you were to look at the info on the back of the DVD case, you would see that the running time is 94 minutes. Since a half-hour TV episode is roughly 22 minutes long, shouldn't that put this movie within the ballpark of 132 minutes? I have no idea if I should be thankful for the editor cutting 40 minutes of superfluous material, or worried about how the missing 40 minutes of material will make this a confusing mess. But then, of course, we are watching a movie that found its way onto my show, so chances are it's probably the latter. Another tradition typical of my show, apparently this is a sequel to another miniseries called The Sand Fairy. I swear, I'm not doing this on purpose! How is it that so many sequels get reviewed on my show before I get a chance to see the originals? Maybe I'll review The Sand Fairy at some point, but for now, I'm putting the kibosh on this one. I am not ready to follow this sentient cow testicle for an hour and a half. And even if I did want to review it, it's not included on this DVD. Who does that? Who just slaps a continuation onto a DVD without including the first story it's continuing? By the way, oh hi Neverending Story 3. Our movie opens with the Darling children, who are trying to fish a teapot out of a rain barrel. How does a teapot end up in a rain barrel? My only guess is that they had Johnny Depp join them for tea. Actually, this teapot in a rain barrel is the perfect foreshadowing that tells us that these kids don't know how to use anything like they're supposed to, as we'll soon see.
Now to the real work.
Found it in the pantry and killed it.
Dead already.
Poor little thing.
Now, let's find a box to bury it in.
This delightful little serial killer in the making is named Robert, and I think he's the only kid who is given a name. Or a personality, for that matter. That's some well-crafted screenwriting. As the help lays down a new carpet in their nursery, the kids find an egg that's been tucked away inside of it. Later, their parents step out for the evening, but they have nothing to do to pass the time.
If only we could give him a shove.
Like what? Magic?
We could have a go at it. Draw magic signs on the floor.
And light a ritual fire in sweet-smelling woods.
And then do incantations.
Hey kids, are you bored? Is there nothing to do around the house? Why not summon demons? Yes, demons, consuming your eternal soul since the dawn of time. They accidentally drop the egg into the fireplace, and then it hatches into the titular phoenix.
Be careful! I am not nearly cool yet.
Oh, so this is where the bird for the Flintstones movie wound up.
I know who you are. You are the Phoenix.
So you make a pyre and lay an egg?
And then burn yourself and go to sleep.
Well, then wake up in your egg and go on living forever and ever.
But how did your egg get here?
Ah, that is my life's secret. And I will tell you my tale.
Completely off-screen, so the writers don't have to bother with it.
I don't see what you wanted with a carpet when you've got such beautiful wings.
They are nice, aren't they?
But the carpet. The magic carpet that takes you anywhere you wish. What happened to that?
Yes, what about that magic carpet that you apparently talked about off-screen? Thanks for the exposition. I guess it had its wings clipped in its last life. Their parents come home sooner than expected, and under the Phoenix's suggestion, they wish themselves into bed before they get in trouble. And for some reason, there's a drawing of Count Chocula on the wall?
Please do not mention me to your kinsfolk.
Nothing to worry about here, parents of the world. I'm just a harmless old soul who enjoys the company of children. They decide to take advantage of the Phoenix's magic carpet and go out to see the world.
We wish to go abroad.
Okay, we get it. You're British. Yeah, spoiler alert. They say, I say, a lot in this movie.
say?
I say.
They wish the carpet into the middle of this medieval tower. Then they wish to save Robert from being an idiot. So what happens when they wish to go home? Nothing!
The carpet only gives 3 wishes a day.
Thanks for telling us before we wound up on the opposite side of the country, you twat!
Please, please, dear beautiful Phoenix. You are so old and wise. Surely you can help us.
Coerce him all you want. Just stop touching him like that while you're doing it.
Oh, please. Please, dear sweet Phoenix. Can't you find it in your heart to take us home?
I say. The Phoenix then leaves the kids in the lurch to go get help.
Suppose it never comes back.
And when they find us, we're just a heap of bones. It will. I'm sure it will. It's a bird of its word.
Don't you know about the bird? Well, everybody knows that the bird is a word. Oh, well, the bird is a word.
Who does he get to help the kids? That little sand fairy thing I mentioned earlier, who looks like he's played by Pat Morita? Why does he keep showing up in my reviews?
I have met some friends of yours.
Friends? Children.
Getting a wee bit excited about the prospect of meeting children, methinks.
Oh, don't let's go any further. There might be snakes or lions or something. Rats.
Rats. Rats. Rats. Thousands. Millions of them.
They say that this might be the perfect place to find some hidden treasure, and then they do. Okay.
Oh no! Help! Alec!
What the crap just happened? They panic over their loss of light, despite there being plenty of light. They're afraid of something off camera, and then they just teleport back home from them saying, "Help?" Why didn't the Phoenix say that they could always just do that? And thanks for introducing us to the plot device of hidden treasure and then doing nothing with it. Then again, considering the rest of the magical crap of this movie, it'd probably end up being cursed or something.
Couldn't resist, mate.
The next day, they prepare for the carpet to take them to another undisclosed location, but their cook catches them before they do.
I warn you, beware, ere it be too late.
Wherever did that there yellow fowl come from?
Ah, well, they got it from the Yellow Towel store, obviously. Seriously, that's your reaction? Not, "Saints alive, someone get the net while I grab the poker!" Then, for no real reason at all, the carpet takes them to the beach, where they find Santa Claus trapped in the sand. Faith Ebigora! I've turned into Ernest Borgnine!
Calm yourself, my good woman.
Good woman, indeed!
I'm a brazen hussy, I am, and don't you forget it! A bunch of native islanders show up just in time to spot the cook swimming in the water, and because of some bullshit prophecy about how their next queen will be a woman wearing a white hat, they name her their queen, which makes her dance like she's on the set of Beetlejuice. Now that she's found her happily ever after, hooray? They leave her behind after accomplishing nothing and immediately get themselves a new cook. Pretty shrewd way to treat the actress who's had the top billing this whole time. The part of the cook will now be played by John Hurt. The kids go into town to do some shopping, making sure that they keep their incredibly rare Phoenix close at hand just in case someone should want to come by and steal it.
Do stop swinging me so. And kindly open the bag, I'm quite stifled.
Oh no! Someone must have called into question how such a creature could possibly exist! That's what stifling is, right? Just asking simple questions? That's stifling? The movie quickly turns into Oliver Twist as they chase down a couple of pickpockets who make off with the Phoenix.
It's alive! It's a parrot! A yellow parrot!
Fascinating. What's a yellow parrot?
A cat!
Wow, are they easily distracted? Might as well have been jingling keys at them. The pickpockets make off with the Phoenix, and since our protagonists outnumber them and have easy access to a bobby on any given street corner, Of course, they go home having completely given up. They much rather not try to get their new friend home, and instead gab on about how it's almost Christmas time.
Mince pie, missus.
I'll give you mince pie.
Penny then?
There's a whole week till Christmas. Get off with ya.
Well, of course it's a whole week until Christmas. Just look at all that summer sun. Those English winters sure are warm.
Oh, and your Uncle Felix will be there too.
Oh, good. Goodbye, Lamb. See you soon.
Bye-bye, darling.
Christmas in Bournemouth.
With Mother and Father and the darling lamb.
I say, does the darling lamb have a name? Right, on his birth certificate here, it says... Darling Lamb, first name The. What? Our parents literally named him the Darling Lamb? It would appear so. I say.
They didn't mean it, did they? About the phoenix.
You have a magic carpet! Just wish for it to take you to where the phoenix is! I know you're all upper-class twits, but come on, you can't be this stupid!
We must find it.
Yes, you must find it. And of course, you had to go all the way back home just so you could reach that conclusion. They go out to actually look for the phoenix, since using the carpet to wish that they could find it isn't an option, and they eventually spot it at the local pet shop.
What a beauty. What a specimen.
Why doesn't it open its eyes?
Oh, you don't need to worry about that, miss. It ain't dead, I know talks.
Look, my lad, I know a dead parrot when I see one, and I'm looking at one right now.
And I don't come more exotic than this.
Remarkable bird, the Norwegian blue. Beautiful plumage, isn't it?
The plumage don't enter into it. It's stone dead.
But why doesn't it wake up?
The Norwegian blue prefers keeping on its back.
Now, what was it you was wanting? Rabbits, is it? Kittens?
I've got a slug.
Does it talk?
Not really, no.
Well, it's scarcely a replacement then, is it?
Since the owner insists that the phoenix's lovely plumage is too expensive for them, they go home and carry on with their lives.
That old bird was magic. And the carpet. Dear old phoenix.
No. Come on, guys. You finally acknowledged the carpet, so now is the perfect time to remember, oi, we've got a magic carpet, mates. We can just wish ourselves into the pet shop again and back. Idiots! They take the train to meet their parents, who are out of town. They talk for a bit about getting the phoenix back, and then they're somehow on their way to ask the sand fairy for help. I say, should we have met Mother and Father at the train station? Seriously, we jumped from their nursery to the train car to the middle of a quarry? These are some of the clunkiest transitions I've ever seen. They find the sand fairy and wish for him to save the phoenix, and then we jump again to the kids celebrating Christmas with their parents out of town. Can we have something actually happen before suddenly switching locations? And then they're on their way back home, again, with absolutely nothing happening, again!
It must be there, it must.
If it's not, there's always the carpet.
Oh, you mean the carpet that can magically teleport you to anywhere in the world? Hello! Hooray! The phoenix got home all by itself somehow. Good to see a dilemma that resolves itself. Since the front door is locked, why would they travel anywhere without a key of their own home? They have to go through their window. And they made it inside so effortlessly that the movie doesn't even show them going through the window. I do love meaningless details, I do.
I myself am willing to help in any way possible. It is, after all, New Year's Eve, and festivities are in order.
New Year's Eve? Wasn't it just Christmas a couple shots ago? Man, that was a long train ride. To celebrate the new year, they decide to have the carpet bring back something from its native land.
Jiminy.
That makes me feel all funny.
No wonder you love getting on that thing. The carpet comes back a little while later, and what does it come back with?
It's a giant pussycat, and it's asleep all over the floor.
A giant cat? Wow, this ought to be interesting. Oh my god, here it comes! Really? All that build-up for a giant cat, and it's just a room full of cats? I'm sorry, movie, but that's not what a giant cat looks like. Maybe it divided? Unfortunately, the cat's collective meowing grabs the attention of the man.
What's all this row?
What's all this row? Come on, even us stupid Americans know it's supposed to be, what's all this then?
Go on. Go and look at those harmless cats where someone's being killed outside.
You young rip. I'll settle up with you later.
Good old Phoenix.
The clever thing.
I thought we were a goner.
Oh no!
Oh, why can't the brutes eat the bones?
Shouldn't you be more terrified by how many fewer cats there are in this room? They ate each other in this feeding frenzy!
Let's hope the carpet comes back soon.
Where did it go? Did the cats eat that too? Actually, I left to get some milk for the cats when this happens.
Oh, glory.
So, the carpet has a sense of humor? Did the cats turn into a cow? Did the cow eat the cats? What the hell just happened? Then they go back to bed, in spite of, there being a freaking cow in their house, and the cats are back? Was the director asleep while they were shooting this? But it's alright, because some random burglar shows up to save the day.
Cats. And cats. And cats. Thousands. Millions of them.
They talk the burglar into helping them milk the cow, and they even offer to give him the cat so he can try to make some money off of them. Luckily for him, he just knows someone on Fleet Street who specializes in meat pies.
Oh, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, all.
Bye.
Cheerio, kiddies.
Goodbye. Happy New Year. And thank you.
Good luck. New year. Another day. More wishes.
Yes, more wishes for you to squander from your lack of creativity. I can't wait!
Oh no! You still didn't remember to write to take the fish bones away.
Case in freaking point.
You! Happy New Year, Eliza. And you, Cook.
Oh my god! Before the kids can go on their next adventure that leads absolutely nowhere, they need to make some repairs to the carpet to keep the magic intact, or something. The boys go out to get more wool, while the girls stay behind to sew with what they have.
I hope you're doing your best work.
I am. It's just that my best isn't very good.
It is not an ordinary, ignorant, innocent carpet from Kidderminster. It is a carpet with a past. A Persian past.
I say, we're not doing a flashback? Okay, never mind. To the boys' surprise, their burglar got caught by the law. Because it's illegal to have a bunch of cats? Of course, neither of them think corroborating his story will be much good. Why not? So they go home to tell the girls what's up.
The burglar. They've got him. The law.
They take the carpet into jail to get him out, which they can do because the magic works just fine. Either they're really good at sewing, or we have another plot point that doesn't mean jack shit.
Flo, now I'll have to wake him.
And what if he yells?
I'll do it. I'll wake him really gently.
Oh my god, she's gonna wake him up with true love's kiss! They take the burglar to the island where they left the cook, as she suffers from a rare skin condition that changes her makeup between cuts.
Great continuity!
I'd questioned why these islanders are all wearing fleece blankets, but what can I say? They're comfy. Then, because neither of them have a lot going on for themselves, the burglar and the cook spontaneously decide to get married. I know, just go with it.
No. No, miss. Not even in a dream. Thank you kindly. But if you can't bring a clergyman into the dream, then I live and die like what I am.
I can only be married to you if the ceremony is done by a clergyman. Then the massive orgy with all my subjects can commence. They use the carpet to fetch a clergyman, But he has to use the carpet like some kind of trans-dimensional gateway instead of just riding on it like they've been doing throughout this whole movie.
Please, sir, step off the carpet.
How did you know that would work? Wouldn't that just make him walk back into his own reality? What if he got lost between dimensions? But whatever, he marries the burglar and the cook and they live happily ever after. So I guess the whole point of the story was following the cook's path to happiness? Was she the main character this whole time? Sometime later, the kids prepare to go to the theater with their parents, but the Phoenix isn't feeling well.
I am getting old.
But you've hardly been hatched any time at all.
Time is, as you are probably aware, merely a convenient fiction. There is no such thing as time.
Very deep. You should send that into the Reader's Digest. They have a page for people like you.
Oh, but do not let me intrude my own sorrows on your youthful happiness. Enjoy yourselves. At the theater.
Was he just making fun of his own accent?
At the theater.
They take the Phoenix with them, where apparently no one is at all surprised by the presence of this mythological creature.
Don't speak again. There's a dear.
I'm going to use that next time I find a troll in my comments. Don't speak again. There's a dear. Unfortunately, the Phoenix mistakes the theater for a temple erected in his honor, and he gets a little miffed when no one worships him.
Why is there no fire to honor the Phoenix?
Here we go! Let the fire just be born.
Worship me, mortals, or you will know the true meaning of loss! Wait a minute, why would he think this is a temple when he knows what a theater is?
At the theater?
Then the magic carpet just shows up. Where did it come from? How did it get here? Because magic, you.
We wish to be home.
You don't want to wish the fire to be put out? I guess it's not their problem. So they get home, and of course Mom and Dad are just fine.
How convenient.
Well, how did you guess we'd come home?
Well, it was rather a rum thing. We heard Morland's theatre was on fire. Of course, we went straight there. And then when we got there, we couldn't find you, of course. But the fireman told us that everyone was safely out.
And then, oh, I must have been dreaming.
And then, well, I heard a voice in my ear. It said Cyril, Robert, Jane, and Anthea. And something touched me on the shoulder.
Oh, it fair gives you the shivers. What was it, sir?
It was a huge yellow pigeon.
Oh, looks.
And then someone said in my other ear, they're safe home.
Okay, now how did you get home at the exact same time as the kids? The Phoenix goes off to restore the theater, and we never see it happen. This movie's really good at telling us that things are happening without actually showing us that things are happening, isn't it? Now that that's over and done with, I guess, he needs the kids to get some sweet-smelling wood so he can prepare to move on to the next life. Do mythological creatures usually depend on random kids to run errands for them before they die?
You won't disappear while we're out.
I give you my word. I am a bird of its word.
Don't you know about the bird? Well, everybody's talking about the bird.
Oh. You clever thing.
I've laid it, you see?
Yes, he did. Did he ever indicate that he couldn't? Despite their lack of chemistry in the 2 months that they've been together, the kids are broken up over saying goodbye to the Phoenix. Oh, get over yourselves and light me on fire, you pansies! They proceed to feed the fire. The Phoenix flies into it, because he always could fly, hence the necessity of getting around with a magic carpet. And the movie ends with the kids' lives not being changed or enriched in any way whatsoever. So that was the Phoenix and the carpet. I guess. I don't think I've ever seen a movie or a miniseries where so little has happened. Except for Robert being a sadistic little weirdo, and apart from how they're all a bunch of unimaginative adults, these kids have no personalities at all. The puppetry is okay for not being Jim Henson quality, though it tends to look a little stiff in places. There is so much potential for interesting stories to be done with this setup, and nothing happens with it! It's bad enough that this is as boring and forgettable as it is, but to be boring and forgettable when it could have been really fun and creative just makes it all the more frustrating. In short, I did not particularly care for this film at all. Cheerio.
Sorry, we're closing for lunch.
Never mind that, my lad. I wish to complain about this parrot what I purchased not half an hour ago from this very boutique.
Oh, yes, the Norwegian blue. What's wrong with it?
I'll tell you what's wrong with it. It's dead. That's what's wrong with it.
No, it's resting, look.
Look, my lad, I know a dead parrot when I see one, and I'm looking at one right now.
No, it's not dead. It's resting.
Resting?
Yeah. Remarkable bird, the Norwegian blue. Beautiful plumage, isn't it?
The plumage don't enter into it. It's stone dead.
No, it's resting.
All right, then. If it's resting, I'll wake it up. Hello, Polly. I got a nice cuttlefish for you when you wake up, Polly Parrot.
There, it moved.
No, it didn't. That was you pushing the gate.
I did not.
Yes, you did. Hello, Polly. Polly. Polly Parrot, wake up. Polly. Now that's what I call a dead parrot.
No, it's stunned.
Look, my lad, I've had just about enough of this. That parrot is definitely deceased. And when I bought it not half an hour ago, you assured me that its lack of movement was due to it being tired and shagged out after a long squawk.
It's probably pining for the fjords.
Pining for the fjords? What kind of talk is that? Look, where did it fall flat on its back the moment I got it home?
The Norwegian blue prefers kipping on its back. It's a beautiful bird, lovely plumage.
Look, I took the liberty of examining that parrot, and I discovered that the only reason that it had been sitting on its perch in the first place was that it had been nailed there.
Well, of course it was nailed there, otherwise it muscled up to those bars and boom!
Look, matey. This parrot wouldn't boom if I put 4,000 bolts through it. It's bleeding demise.
It's not, it's pining.
It's not pining, it's passed on. This parrot is no more. It has ceased to be. It's expired and gone to meet its maker. This is a late parrot. It's a stiff. Bereft of life, it rests in peace. If you hadn't nailed it to the perch, it would be pushing up the daisies. It's run down the curtain and joined the choir invisible. This is an ex-parrot.
Well, I better replace it then.
If you want to get anything done in this country, you've got to complain till you're blue in the mouth.
Subscribe, like, follow, comment, share, watch more.